Let's pretend for a moment that debate number 2 is going to happen. And we hope that it's not going to come out like a number 2 either, by the way. So you're hearing all about the rule changes that need to take place and how, man, do we have to enforce these rules. I'm sure you've heard of a lot of the ideas. So let me contribute my thought. I have one rule that I say the next debate should go by if we're going to have this debate at all. And before I tell you what that is, you've heard all this discussion of how awful the first debate was, and certainly it was a crap show. And so we got to make the second one better, to bring some dignity into this thing. Now listen, Chris Wallace, let me tell you, that guy, as the moderator, had an impossible job. How could anybody moderate the tongue of Donald Trump? Are you kidding me? That is never going to happen. You can change rules, add rules, do whatever you want to do, mute his mic. You are not going to moderate him. Are you a fool? Yes, they are. They really are. And secondly, Chris Wallace, he had an impossible job. He also did a terrible job, which leads me to what my one rule is that I think we should follow in this next debate. And you can say this rule in a couple of different ways. The main way is this: no more moderators at all. Get rid of them. I have had this complaint for years and years now, not just since Trump has come into this. I hate the moderators, especially when they have 4 or 5 of them. Because I don't know if you've noticed this about the press. They always make it about themselves. And Chris did that. And I like the guy. But you know what? Every time he had a question, it was never just a question. It's never like, tell me your healthcare plan. It's always, it had a monologue before the question. Like, Mr. Trump, here's your last 5 tweets on healthcare. And here's 2 executive orders I want to read to the audience concerning your health care. And let me give you the report of Jared Kushner when he was out doing something. And then finally you get to a question. What? Get out of there, man. Throw him out of the room. You don't want any more of that. And then other things like, can you imagine Joe Biden on his best day even? The question is, give us your health care plan in 2 minutes. Come on. That's the most insane thing. Here's what should happen. Just like it was at the Lincoln-Douglas debates. They weren't running for president. It was for senator, but the format was incredible. There were no moderators, no rules. The first guy, by the way, they only had one podium. So one guy gets up, he talks for 60 minutes, shares his ideas, try to convince us of those. Then the second guy gets up, he gets 90 minutes. And then the first guy comes back for 30 more minutes, a total of 3 hours. Now I realize this is the Twitter generation, but we need substance. That will bring dignity back. Get rid of the moderators, get rid of the rules, and we might have a chance.